Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited that you're here. We love our testimonial evenings, and we just have some fun stuff for you tonight. So you're just going to get to hear a little bit from, lots of different people. And if one of those people is you and you want to pop on and tell us your story with the technology, any of the technology, we would love to hear it. But tonight, I will be your co-host. I am Nikki McCutchen, and everything that we share tonight is for educational purposes only. All of the technology is not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are pregnant or nursing or on medications, we always recommend that you check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first, just like you would with any diet, nutrition, or exercise program as well. So with that, we are going to get started. Miss Vicky, are you going to be my first contestant?
Sure, I can be your first contestant.
All right.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, what would you like to share with us tonight about things with the technology that we haven't gotten to hear before?
So, yeah, I mean, it's always like God is always doing something with this, right? For me, anyway. Um, and I feel like there's always so much, so I always got to kind of make little notes, so I don't forget to share. But I just wanted to share making small changes makes all the difference sometimes. When I first started using this technology, I thought I had to go around and clean everything up all at the same time. And it was so overwhelming to me because, this product and my body, and, you just look at your health differently. So I just wanted to say that because you can start with just one thing a month. Just change one thing a month. Like you were sharing, Nikki, about the sugar, cutting sugar back, reading labels, when you're buying your food and stuff like that. So just little changes add up and they make a big difference. So for me, I've been using the technology for over 4.5 years. The cellular drives came into the picture and it was amazing. So I got the energy, the mental clarity, great focus, all of those good benefits. And then I was like, this is great. This is great. And then the X2O came out and it just magnified everything else that my body has been working for the 4.5+ years. So what I didn't know is what it was going to do for me. So I have had bladder issues for so many years. I had a failed bladder mesh. It has since been removed, but the damage was done. And it takes a while for your body to regenerate and heal itself. So, it's not a quick fix, obviously, because it's all natural. But what I noticed when I drank the X2O water, the first week, I felt like I was getting a bladder infection. And I was like, oh no, this can't be happening. And then that subsided. And then it came back like the following week. And then it subsided again. So what I didn't know is what it was going to do for me. So what I have found lately, especially like last week and this week mainly, my bladder can actually hold more before I go to the bathroom, which is amazing because the bladder, the bladder damage that I had made me want to go to the bathroom. I had overactive bladder, all of those things. The urgency was enough to drive me crazy. Using the technology is great, and I've seen great results with that. But when this water came into the picture, totally different ballpark. That has truly been amazing. And, the first night I slept for 6+ hours straight through the night. I woke up in the morning and I was just like, thank you, Lord. Like, it's such a good night because I know I'm going to have a good day with all the sleep that my body needs, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So, another thing I noticed is my foot. When I had foot surgery about 6 months ago, there was a little bit of nerve damage and a lot of stiffness, and still like an ache down to the bone. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just going to keep patching and praying and doing my therapy, all of those good things to kind of strengthen it up. So I've noticed that the scar, because the X39 does the skin remodeling, my scars have gotten flatter and they're not as like you can hardly even see where the incisions were, which is amazing. The nerve damage is definitely gotten better. I don't have any nerve damage on my foot, but I do have a little stiffness left to work on, but I'm a work in progress.
That's
So, yes. And what the cellular dyes really did for me, I believe, was allow my body to absorb the hydration, to work with the patch technology and everything all together because my body wasn't processing it properly. And I did not know that until I had my DNA testing done. So the Cellurgize and the patches and the X2O all work synergistically together. And it has made a world of difference in my health personally. So I just got to say, hydration is way too important. You have to stay hydrated. Drink more water.
Absolutely. Yes. Praise the Lord. And to have water that is able to cross the barrier, the cell membrane, and go into the cell and carry everything that when you're taking that Cellergize, and so you're getting the amino acids, the electrolytes, the zinc and copper balance, the sea buckthorn extract, and having all of those things be able to actually cross the cell, so the cell has the nutrients it needs to create energy or ATP, so that then whatever that cell's job is, whether it is to help your brain think, or to form words and to speak, or to go and exercise and have your muscles contract and work the way that they're supposed to, or your digestive system work properly. Your cells control all of that in the body, and your ATP, your energy, the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, is what allows your body to do any form of work that your body does, that we do on a daily basis. So even blink my eyes, even for my eyes to see properly, for my lips to work and my tongue to move properly, all of that takes energy, that takes ATP. So your ability for those cells to absorb the hydration allows us to have more nutrients, so our body can just function better, which is like super exciting. Makes me want to jump up and down. I cannot wait. So awesome. Love it, Vicky. So you've had even improve, like all with the patch technology, then you had improvements in your bladder. You're sleeping better. The nerve damage you feel like is almost gone, and you're continuing to see repair there, which is huge because nerves are very, very difficult to repair. A lot of times that is something that people will live with for a really, really long time. So to have that repair is, truly amazing. And then this just with the Cellergize, then being able to get those nutrients into the cell, which is so, so cool. So all of this technology working together on our behalf is just amazing. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Anything else, Vicki?
No, I just wanted to say that I did get relief. Like, for patching when I first started, it was for the pain in my body, and then when the Cellular came out, it was for something else, and now the X2O and just these amazing benefits. Or should I just call them perks? All the perks that come along with this amazing technology is just amazing. So I'm so thankful that we have this, to be able
Absolutely.
to access it whenever we need it.
Yes, and it's truly amazing because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And so thankfully we have a scientist and inventor in David Schmidt who's studied the way God has designed us. And so when all of those things are working together and we have scientists that are studying and supporting that divine design, we get these amazing results, even though we still live in this sin-filled, toxic-filled world. So praising the Lord for just allowing us to, become introduced to David Schmidt and all of this amazing technology. Pastor Ed, please come on.
Sorry, I couldn't show my face. I'm working now. But I do want to kind of be the voice as Vicky's husband, seeing the changes in her body. And there are parts in her body that she will not show other people, but she shows me. And her C-section is one of the biggest part, and she probably won't talk about it because it's embarrassing, but I know that that is a big deal for me and for her, that the C-section, it's like a hairline. I mean, it looks like it's a microscopic scar right now. And that was gone even before the Cellulgize and the X2O.
Yeah.
So that was the work of the help that X39 was given. Now, one last thing I want to say about what you guys were talking about hydration. In my Facebook, I've been putting the necessary pillars for our health. And now I'm not going to read everything that I posted, but you guys can go look at that. Is hence hydration, exercise, nutrition, and sleep. And today we were talking about hydration. And I'm so glad that you guys are bringing that up because it is so vital to our health. David Schmidt did a podcast not too long ago talking about how United States, we are critically dehydrated as a nation.
Chronically. Yes.
Chronically. And so we need to have that, that we need to all know and put the information out that not a lot of people, especially as we get older, they don't like water. They don't like the taste of water, and that to me was very odd to come across. So I'm just so glad that you guys are talking about that because it does support so many things: energy level, body regulation, temperature. It assists with your joints and your muscles, supports digestion and nutrition, and it also helps the skin look great and healthier. So your body naturally helps also to remove the waste out of your body. So we need water. And I'm so glad that David it's doing an all around thing about this technology because it's not just one thing. It's an all compassing work that we need to do to get to the body, to give the body what it needs, right? So if we're not, and just thank God that we have Tyler helping us now with working out and getting our exercise moving because I was in a three-legged stool, and even though it stands, um, I was missing that. And now I'm so looking forward to working out. And I know I'm like an owl, Nikki. I'm working out late at night, but that's just what works for me. And I just can't wait to go and hit those weights, because it's part of that pillar that we need to give our body. This, guys, is the only vehicle that God has given us. He's given us a Corvette or a Lamborghini or any cars like that. He's given us a vehicle that's called the body, and we need to take care of it. We need to take care of it more than we could wax and wash our cars. We really need to do everything in our power so that we can continue to live and give God praise with our body. And so thank you, David Schmidt, and thank you, Nikki, for allowing us to share this with our teams.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. I heard a quote this last week that I love so much. Taking care of your body isn't a chore, it's a privilege. And so when we think about taking care of our body as a privilege, what do you do for things that you count as privileges? How do you take care of them? How do you invest in things that you believe are privileges? How does that change our thought process around how we are going to support our body? So I love that, Pastor Ed. Yes. And yes, Miss Maria and Pastor Ed, come back on because didn't you have some things you wanted to share about what the technology has done for you too? So we'll let Maria go and then you come back on and tell us that as well. Yes, Maria.
Yes, I would like to share my very short testimonial. But I've been taking the patches for 40 years. Thank God we have this new technology. My life completely changed. And a few months ago, well, I start with the reason I was taking this get very serious in this technology because I was suffering my knees. I have a lot of pain in my knees, both knees. I supposed to have it replaced knees before I see the person who introduced our patches. And for 15 days, I have an appointment to replace my knees, both of them. And it changed completely because I start use the patches and I start feeling much better. And I called the doctor to cancel my appointment. But I still a little bit, nipping, especially when the weather change. But it's not like used to be before. Now the water came and changed completely my lifestyle. I swimming, I go Zumba, I do a lot of exercise. And when actually the patch didn't get that much what I supposed to do with my immune system. I be suffer a lot, coughing, inflamed, and especially in the evening. It was something aggravate me every night. But about probably 3 months since the water came, the filter water came, I started drinking the water. Thank God. Since I started with the water, my God, I don't coffee. I don't, oh my God, I sleep in the 8 hours, even so is my husband. Thank God for this new technology. And I really, truly, it's really unbelievable. I'm very emotional right now because this is just unbelievable.
Praise the
Thank you.
Lord. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, your immune system. So that's just it, is that we're constantly under assault with toxins. And so your body just was not probably being able to absorb those nutrients. And so come along the water, because as we age, hydration does get more difficult as things break down, and our body has a toxic load that has gradually increased as we've aged if we haven't, done a lot of detox throughout our lifetime. And so now that your body has the ability to have the water and the nutrients from your food, from the Cellergize, be able to infuse every single cell, then that is going to support your immune system 100% always, because if the cells are working better, then your immune system is stronger. And so that is huge, Maria. Praise the Lord. We are rejoicing with you. And is it Tanae? Am I going to say it right this evening? Is that your name?
Yes,
Yay,
yes, you
please come
did.
on. What a beautiful name. Yes, please come on and share your
I
story with us.
I can go after Pastor Ed. I thought he was next.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Okay.
Go
All right,
ahead.
how do I lower my hand? Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm actually new to the technology. I call it therapy because I think when people hear technology, we just think of computer. But I like phototherapy. That's what I told my mom that I was doing. And Kim gave me trial patches, and for the it was 3 days, the weekend before Thanksgiving, and the first thing I noticed, or I started on a Friday, I was like, wow, my body didn't ache today. I was but oh, I actually had relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, so I am in remission, but the symptoms stay. So the chronic fatigue, the chronic body aches. My body just aches for no reason. And it's like my disability is invisible. Nobody can tell me how I feel.
Mm.
Kim mentioned in her testimony, it was like I plan my day around my nap. It's like I have so much to do that okay, but when can I get a nap in? So okay, I have to work. I take the kids to school. I pick them up from school, and it's like, okay, at 1 o'clock, I have to take a nap before I go pick them up from school. Um, so on day one, it was nobody aches. I also had bladder issues. And I'm on medication for that, the Gemtesa. But on Friday, I drank my water. I cut back on coffee because I was trying to give the technology a chance to work. I didn't take Adderall, but I noticed I had some black tea in the evening, and I was at a party from like 6:30 till after 10. And I said, okay, I didn't use the bathroom, so I'm like, this is weird. I decided not to take the medication the next day so that I could give the technology a chance to work because I was afraid of retention. I didn't want to have bladder retention. So my bladder was regulated on Saturday and Sunday. And I told Kim, I was like, okay, I'm ready to give it a shot. So I made a subscription purchase, and my first full week was just this Saturday coming will be 2 weeks. So during my first week, last week, I said on last Friday, I said, I didn't take a nap today. No, Thursday, I said I didn't take a nap today. And then Wednesday, I said I didn't take a nap yesterday. And I got really excited. And when Friday came, I had to tell Kim right away. And I was
Awesome.
like, Kim, I think this is day 3 without me taking a nap. I'll let you know. And sure enough, I did not have to take a nap. I felt good. I got through everything I needed to do. I had another event on Saturday. I didn't need a nap. By Sunday, I needed a nap. But based off your last your Zoom on Monday, I understood a little bit more that my cells are trying to repair themselves and trying to work. So maybe it was time for my body just to get some rest. Um, I didn't have a nap today. I feel good. Also, my body, I get headaches when I'm on my period. I'm fatigued when I'm on my period. So that week just passed. And Kim even mentioned that that also might improve over time.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and this week was the first week. I'm glad Vicky mentioned sleep because I wrote it down so I didn't forget. I am waking up before my alarm goes off, or I'm hitting snooze less. So my alarm goes off at 6, and I want to be on the prayer call by 6:25. I was able to do that all this week. Um,
Praise the
and I
Lord.
feel good.
That's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, so that's where I am. This Saturday will be my second week. I look forward to seeing things change. I'm looking forward to um I guess how it repairs my body because I don't overexert myself. So like tonight I cooked dinner and I'm like, and now is a good time for me. Okay, sit down and relax. Um, Also on Sun, Kim teaches my sign language class, and on Sundays I sign the worship songs. But I do notice like my legs get fatigued after a period of time. So I sit down. So I'm wondering if the technology will work to eventually I can stand up and sign most of the service. So that would be interesting. Um, and I just thank God for Kim. I thank God for you guys. Um, thank Kim for her divine wisdom. She encouraged me to cut back on my coffee, and I did. So I'm
Awesome.
tricking my brain. My brain is craving the caffeine. My brain, especially last week, was like craving caffeine. And I replaced it with green tea, so it's half the
Excellent.
caffeine.
Yes.
And I had 1 cup of coffee this morning, but I split an 8-ounce cup into two 4-ounce cups. And so
Awesome.
I drank one early and then I drank one a little bit later. And that was all Tim's idea. I mean,
That's incredible.
so I thank God for you guys. I thank God for everything. And I've been praying so long for healing and I feel like God has answered my prayers. Thank you.
Absolutely. We are absolutely rejoicing with you for all of these. You're a one patch wonder. You get to be in that club
It's
of the
two
one patch
patches.
wonder club.
It
Well,
is two patches.
that's
To
all right. 2 patches, 5 patches, 10 patches. They worked right away. So we are just so excited for you. That is amazing. And I also just want to just thank you so much for your service. To do sign language. What an absolute blessing and a gift. And so we are going to stand with you in prayer and believing that you're going to be able to stand soon through the whole service and be able to do the sign language the whole time. We just totally believe that that is going to be a way that God blesses you because He's gifted and talented you, and you want to serve Him, and that's your heart. And so we're going to believe with you that He's going to work all those things together for His good, and His glory. So we're super excited for that, and just so thankful. I mean, you had so many things just within a week, like help in your bladder, like not having, feeling like that was doing better, and your aches going away right away. Like that's huge to be able, your body to be able to reduce that inflammation. Fatigue, the fact that you're not that, I will tell you that for me, that was my thing too. I was so tired all the time. And if I sat down, my eyes were closing. Like that's it. They
Right.
were closing and I was going to be out. So to have that energy back in your body to where that's what makes you feel good. And you're so excited that you can do all these things and you can cook and you've lasted all day. That is just, I know that blessing well because I had that too. So I'm so excited for you and what that's going to do for you and just how you feel, the vitality that you feel overall in just enjoying your life and not feeling like
Yes.
every
Yes.
single thing is a push. Like, okay, I gotta get up and I gotta do this. And okay, now I
Yes.
can't sit down. I can't sit down because if I sit down, I'm gonna want to go to sleep. So I gotta do the next thing. Like I know that push and that drive. And so I'm so thankful for you to be able just to feel that energy back. Headaches, helping help in your headaches. Yes. And even, I mean, over the long term, you're gonna see so many things. So better sleep, like you said too. So we cannot wait to have you come back on and hear all of the additional things you've gotten as you start to use this technology for the long term, because that's what's amazing is that the technology has a compounding effect, because as your cells have the energy they need to do their job, then more and more regenerative repair can happen across the body wherever your body so desires it. And so exciting, Tanae. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us
Thank
tonight.
you. And I'm interested in this. I just learned of the skin benefits. So I do suffer from acne. So I'm interested to see what the patches do for that. And I think she said I need to get some water too. So I'm interested to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And really just are you using the X39 and the Eon right now? Are those the two patches?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And even like long term, like after you've given that, a month or two, if you want to add the SP6, to help, like if you're still having those cravings, then that may be a consideration, or even just like, so something that I just discovered that is so unbelievably yummy is that if you take, so like if you do hot, bone broth, so beef bone broth, and then the same amount of just like hot chocolate. So get a high quality like keto hot chocolate, the same amount. And then just put like a little bit of heavy whipping cream or some milk in there. And then use a scoop of your protein powder. So now you have this yummy hot drink that's giving you amino acids because of the bone broth, and then the protein powder as well. So you're getting all of that benefit. And then of course, just a little bit of the chocolate from a healthy type of hot chocolate, so a little bit of the caffeine, and then the chocolate, especially if you're able to get something that's super, super dark type of chocolate. So it's going to help elevate your copper. So maybe you can just get rid of the coffee altogether and you can drink some yummy drink like that has all kinds of health benefits. So there's a little extra tip for you tonight if you're going to try that. See you guys try it and see if you think it's as yummy as I think it is. And then the other thing I was going to tell you is then if you feel like, you're not seeing as much change in your skin as you want, you probably need to detoxify. And so our glutathione patch is really great for that, helping with the detoxification. So yes. Awesome. Awesome. We can't wait to see all of your amazing results. So much fun. Okay, I know we have just about a minute or so. Is there anybody else that wants to come on, or would you like me to go over really quickly? Obviously, please come back on a Monday night and we will do all the education on the X39 patch. But if you want me to go over the water technology, just so you can kind of hear some of the benefits that have been shown in the clinical studies, I would be happy to do that. But if somebody else has a story, I want you to be able to come on. Let me check in the chat quick. Yes, yeah. Miss Vicky's saying we need to get you some X2O water as well. Yeah, and that may be all you need with the other patches that you're doing, because once your body then, is the cells are able to receive the hydration, your body will correct itself once it has what it needs. So yes. So do you live by Kim, Tanae?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Not
so
too far.
Kim, I don't know how far you're from Vicky. I know you got water from Vicky.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
she usually
we can,
brings it to Maria, and Maria and I are close.
yes,
So
Okay.
I'll pick it up there.
we can figure that out for sure. So, we'll talk again. So,
This
Awesome.
water is
Good deal.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
It's
So let me
amazing.
run down real quick the technology for the water, just to kind of give you all a rundown of some of the study information. So it obviously hydrates every cell at the cellular levels that we're talking about. It boosts collagen production and cellular repair. So anytime your collagen is working better in your body, collagen is the glue that holds your body together. And it basically is everywhere in the lining of our organs. It's not just hair, skin, and nails, but that could help your skin as well today just by drinking the water. But it's your ligaments. So like Maria was talking about her knees. So having the help in her knees as well of the water technology helping with that, and her immune system as well. So it calms the nervous system, so helps you just to be, more even keel. So I know you mentioned Adderall today as well. So to have something that's helping you calm that nervous system, which GHK copper peptide does benefit the nervous system as well, but the water is going to be able to take that and push that deeper to the cellular level, and how your cells need to utilize the GHK copper peptide. So it optimizes NAD production. NAD production is all about the ATP across our body and the energy of our cells for our bodies to be able to do what they were designed to do. So it boosts metabolism, which lowers your BMI, so your basal metabolic rate. So it helps to lower that and support fat loss. So most of us are happy to have all of those things be working properly in our body. So increasing our metabolism. So that is huge as well. Anti-inflammatory and pain relief. So Maria also talked about that just with her coughing. So that inflammation was then coming down. Supporting the anti-aging and longevity, supports hormone balance, which every single one of us that's over like 45, we'll take whatever hormone balance we can get, right? Because all those things start to go wacky. Supports bone health, supports the immune system. Again, Maria mentioned that. Improves blood circulation and stamina. So, which is fantastic. Like Maria, again, was talking about being able to go dancing and doing more working out. And y'all, if you have the pleasure of getting to be around Maria, she is just the most delightful person ever. So happy. And I'm telling you what, she just dances through life no matter what. Even though if she still had pain, I would have never guessed she had pain. And so the fact that she has the joy of her dancing back in her life, when that's just what already oozes out of her, makes me so incredibly happy. So I'm so thankful that you have that, Maria. It's so wonderful. It supports the cardiovascular system. So all of your heart, the blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels, gives you a more youthful appearance. So helping with that skin and your hair appearance. Boosts mental clarity and focus. So being able to think clearer, focus on things longer, be able to get your thoughts together. So again, just that extra bit of boost that Vicki was like talking about, taking her to the next level, just because it's allowing every cell to be hydrated. Supporting detoxification. So if your exposure to toxins or oxidative stress, it allows your body to be able to move those things out, which is so important. Our detoxification process has to work for us to have health and healing. Skin repair and rejuvenation. So there's another one today, is more help with the skin, and improves chronic fatigue. So again, just helping with our energy levels. And this is what's so amazing. So the studies show positive change in every major organ group. So including the brain, the heart, the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the stomach, the intestinal tract, and the bladder and pelvic area. So both you and Vicki today, praising the Lord for having, and she was talking about just having the extra, being able to hold things longer. That's huge, y'all. Not having to like scope out the bathroom the second you get to a place, and know that when you got to just go every so often so that you're not running. It's a constant battle in your mind of figuring out where that is and making sure that you haven't stayed, someplace too long or talked to somebody too long, because then things happen that you don't want to happen. So anyway, that's huge to have the support in that. So this new technology, and that's what's really amazing, y'all. This company is not going to stop. We will continue to be ahead of the market in technology and what David Schmidt is creating, so that we are constantly having technology that will benefit people everywhere. He's got technology lined out for the next 7 years that will continue to blow our minds. So starting with this company now and utilizing what he has now, I mean, it just continues to get exciting. We just won the biotech year of the award. Award of the Year for 2025 in stem cell activation technology. And so that was a combination of our X39 patch and our Cellergize. This is a very prestigious award that it had to be a novel product. No one could have a product in competition to what you have. So literally, when we tell you that there is no other product on the market that does what ours does, we just won a very prestigious award for that. As well as the combination of those two gives us 100% effectiveness rate, meaning you can be rest assured that this technology always is working in the body. So we have the science to back that up. Now we also have an award company that went and investigated our science to say, yes, this is the real deal. So with that, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We're just so happy you were here to share this time with us. We will do this another time this next Thursday as well. So come back and we'll see who we have on for next Thursday. But Monday, we will do our GHK copper peptide review and explain how that works. So please invite your friends. We always try and give away a 5-day free supply of the X39 technology. So definitely invite friends that haven't heard about it before, because we would love to do a drawing and be able to give that away to them. And then on Wednesday, we always just share the business opportunity, because we believe sharing is caring. And after you've experienced this technology, those that you love, you want to share it with. And so we want to let you know how you can do that as well. So, Daniel, yes. So did you want to, we can go ahead and let you come on. Do you want to share your story tonight? We're not required to stop. So if you want to come on, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, it's up to you. I don't know what time the meeting ends or this call ends, but I just want to introduce myself, and I'm Dan Finan. I'm based out of Philadelphia. If you didn't notice the hoodie I have on. So I spoke with Vicky today, and it was really nice and knowledgeable to give me a little bit of background about the technology, and I'm looking forward to it. So I've been suffering from low back pain, oh gosh, 10 years now, and tried epidural injections. I tried everything. You name it, I tried it, and I'm just looking for relief. I mean, I'm 46 years old. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and I get emotional because it's just hard for me to even play with her. I'm sorry, everyone on the call, but I'm actually sitting
Don't
on
be
my
sorry.
couch. I'm sitting on my couch right now because this is my spot at night. This is the only spot I'm somewhat comfortable. So I have L4-5 lumbar foraminal stenosis, and I did see a surgeon, and I'm pushing it off, pushing it off. He wants to do an endoscopic procedure on me, which could be my last resort, but I want to give this a shot first. And I was on Facebook following different protocols with these patches, and I feel like I was kind of just misguided at first, but I think Vicky got me in the right direction this morning, and we started with hopefully proper patch placement today. So today's really day one for me.
Right.
So thank you, Vicky, for your time, and hopefully I can have some results.
You got this,
Absolutely.
brother. You got this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are definitely praying with you and for you for those results. And I know that burden, as a dad, because you want to play with your little girl, and you want to have vitality of life, and you want to feel good. So that ultimately too, like when we don't feel good, it controls everything, right? It controls our emotions. It controls our reaction times. It controls the way that we react. And so I know your heart, and I know you're looking for relief. And so I honestly and truly, I can tell you that you are 110% in the best hands you could possibly be in. Miss Vicky Malad is our patchologist, and she is truly an expert at what she does. And the reason I will will tell you, she's definitely studied, but what I will tell you is that she is constantly praying and asking the Lord for guidance into how to use this technology on you. And so I'm praying that your pain will subside long enough for you to give the technology a long enough chance so that, hopefully you won't have to have that surgery. So thank you, Daniel. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for being willing to come on and share your story and just share your need, because it is a need. And so now we know how to pray for you. And we can't wait to hear your story, where we get to rejoice with you, to where you get to tell us about all the wonderful things you're doing with your daughter and how your life and your vitality has come back and you feel good in your body again. So that's what we're asking the Lord for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody else real quick before we get off?
I did want to say thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you, Daniel, and helping you get some patches on there for your body. But I do know that when we can take the technology and use it with, like the patches with the cellular dyes, that really made a difference. So I think and maybe if we can get some cellular dyes for you too, Daniel, with the patch technology, that may make a bigger difference for you. And
Absolutely.
it
Yeah, because a lot
definitely.
of times when you have pain, and you've tried other things too, there's some sort of vitamin and mineral deficiency. And so David Schmidt has really created our Cellergize brilliantly it's not only to help optimize the patches, but it's giving us nutrients that most people are deficient in. That's why people who say haven't even started on the patch technology, and that's like in the clinical studies with the Cellergize, people were getting results because their body was deficient in that area. So that's a great idea, Vicki.
Thank you. Yeah, Vicki, let's talk about that product.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Anything else, Vicki?
I did want to say when it's just kind of like when we go to the hospital and you're not feeling well, what's the first thing they do? They want to stick an IV in you and put some fluid in there. So,
Yes.
they know that majority of people that come in there are chronically dehydrated, and they know if they get some fluids in there, they'll start, like the headache might lift, you might start to feel a little more, energy, you might not feel so groggy. So there's definitely in hydration, it does so much across the board for your body. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Absolutely. Good, clean water. Good, clean,
Yes.
high quality water. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on tonight. Thank you for sharing and just staying a little bit longer with us to help us encourage Daniel. Thank you for sharing, Daniel, and for everyone. Tanae, thank you for sharing. Maria, Vicki, Pastor Ed, we appreciate all of you. And we just pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night. God bless.
God bless.
We pray
Good
for
night.
you
Thank you.
tonight.